If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Today, we're going to be using shopping containers to handle parts of our cart system. And before we get to that, I do want to make one or two quick changes. Let's head into the text editor. So in here, the first thing that I want to do is I want to go to the app folder and go down to models. And we have 3 different models here, each belonging to sort of this coupon construct that we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder and I'm going to call it coupons. And then I'm going to grab this one, and this one, and then I'm going to bring them up into that folder. Now, some things are going to break, but we're just going to handle it one step at a time. So the first one is the coupon model. We're going to go ahead and change the namespace to coupons. Same thing for fixed value. And %off. The other place that we have it is in the coupon controller. So we're going to add coupons to that. And the last place I believe that we have it is in our Cedar file, which is right here. And we're going to do this one, coupons. Okay. But now that we've done that, we do need to remigrate the database. I'm going to open up the terminal and we're going to do PHP artisan migrate fresh feed. And let's see if we've broken anything. Okay, well, we've lost our items. Oh, I know why. That's because in our database Cedar, we're only running the coupons. So we can open all of these up and now re-see the database. Fantastic. Let's try this again. Okay, we've got our products back. Let's go ahead and click one. We're going to add it to cart. And then we are going to add our coupon code here. Okay, so it's been added successfully. Fantastic. We've refactored this a little bit so it's a little bit neater. The next thing I want to do is I want to figure out what's going on with this icon and this button right here. Because here it says cart and that's fine. But if we go to, let's say, shop, if you hover here, you see that it still says shop. So we want to figure out what's going on. Let's head back to the text editor and figure out what's up. Go ahead and drop that. We can close all of these and now head down to our resources, JS. And I think it's in components, nav. Okay, let's go up. So register, login, shop. This is the log out button. Okay, so in here, we want to go ahead and add that route. And also a colon here. And let's copy this and we'll do it for the hamburger as well. Yep, right here. That should be good. Let's go and try it out. Hover over. Now it says cart. Now we can head to the cart just fine. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and get into these service containers. To give you an idea of what I want to accomplish today, if we go to the cart controller, and we head down to the index function that we have here. If you take a look, we have, over 20 lines of code in this one function, and that is, to me, is a lot. So I wanted to try to work with another method of dealing with it. There are several different ways you could handle it. I decided to use service containers, and what we're going to use the service container for is to basically just take all of this code, dump it in that service container, and then use that service container to just inject it into the function and then to render it on the front end in our view templates. So let's take a look at the Laravel documentation real quick. I'm going to be referencing the Laravel 9 documentation, so quick side note, we will be upgrading this package from Laravel 8 to Laravel 9 very, very soon. I have been patiently waiting for the shopping cart to upgrade. It's essentially done, they just haven't released it yet. So I'm going to reach out to them this week and see what's going on, see if anybody gets back to me. And then if they don't, I'll just come up with something else and we will integrate it into our project so that we can upgrade everything to Laravel 9 and have everybody caught up with what we're doing. The same processes will be the same. Essentially, the only thing that's changed in the package itself, really that's significant to us, is that the package itself will be able to use Laravel 9. If you're on Laravel 9 already and you try to install the shopping cart package that we're using, it's not going to work yet. So as I said, the following episode that we have, one way or another, we'll be able to upgrade our project and use that package. That being said, let's get back to the service container. If we take a look and scroll down the documentation a little bit. For the introduction, the Laravel service container is a powerful tool for managing class dependencies and performing dependency injection. Dependency injection is a fancy phrase that essentially means this class dependencies are injected into the class via the constructor, or in some cases setter methods. A lot of stuff that sounds really, really complicated, but it's much easier to use than that made it sound out to be. You can think of a facade as a service container where you're calling the class and the class has all of these methods and functions and just different things that are bound to it that you can just inject into a function and then use them in the whatever you're going to be using them in. For our case, we're going to be using it in the controller. Let's get to that. So in here, I'm just going to pull this up a little bit so we can see it better, but right in the root of the app folder, what I want to do is I want to create another folder and I want to call it services. We are going to be using several different services in this project. This is just going to be one particular type. We are going to be using others, and once we get down to that down the road, I'll show you those as well. For this one, we're just going to call it cart service. And then we need our opening PHP. We're going to namespace it. And then we are going to create a class, which we are going to call cart service. Fantastic. So what we want to do in here is we're going to create a public function. And I want to call it set cart values. And then we're going to come over to the cart controller and we are going to grab all of these variables that we have, cut them out of there, add them to the set cart values function that we just created. Let's go ahead and import our shopping cart facade. And now we have that imported in. And that is pretty much it. So all we need to do now is under all of this, we need to return, collect, and we need to open this up. And now I want to grab this. Okay, we're going to copy all of that. And down here in this collect, we're going to paste it in. We're going to add some parentheses, and then we're going to say equals. Then we're going to paste those in. So now we have this entire service that is now servicing anywhere we would want to put it. So for our purposes, we took it out of the index function of the cart controller. So now we can go ahead and do cart service. We'll give it a variable. And let's make sure we import that. Starting with the first one, cart items. We are going to be using this function in the controller. So now cart items won't be just cart items. It'll be cart service, because that's the service class that we're calling. And then we're going to say set cart values. And as you can see, as we're typing it, it's showing, which means the project itself is reading and interpreting it. So get cart items. So that's all it is. The variable is now basically this, and that's coming from the cart class. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the rest of them. I'm going to copy this one. Okay, so the first one, cart service. So now this will be cart tax rate, cart subtotal, new tax, code is code, discount, discount, let's go to the browser and see if all of this that we just did has broken absolutely everything in the project. Ah, there we go. So let's check this out. Let's go to shop. We'll add another item. We'll add 2. Add to cart. Okay, so all of this is still coming through just fine. Let's go ahead and remove this coupon, and then we'll add A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we have our new coupon and we have our values. Fantastic. Okay, and let's just make sure that all of our values are correct. So let's start with our totals. 36.54 times 2 plus 81.25 equals 154.33, and that is the correct subtotal that we have up here. This is the 10% off coupon, so let's go ahead and do times 0.1 is 15.433, which is correct for our discount. And then let's check our tax. So it is 8.48 times 138.90 divided by 100 and 1178 rounded up, and that is the correct tax. So now 11.78 plus 138.90 equals 150.68 rounded up, and that's the correct total. So we have successfully refactored that cart. The next little thing that I want to do is if we remove this coupon, and let's say we go ahead and type in some just stuff, I want to center this a little bit. So let's head into the text editor and fix that. So that's in our orders total component, and right where we are displaying the error message on the outside div, we can just do flex call, and then we'll do item center. Try that and see. Okay, much nicer. Fantastic. One quick thing, I put up in my community tab a poll where I would like you guys to kind of go and check out and to go ahead and vote on it, because I'm really curious as to how you guys are using Laravel and Livewire in your projects. If you're using full components, meaning down to even the routes are component classes in the routes file, or if you're using blade files with small components in them. It seems to me in all of the things that I've been researching, it's split directly in half. So half the people are doing it one way, the other half are doing it another way. And I really want to get a good idea of really kind of where it stands, because I don't really see a difference. The only thing that I could find was in some documentation that I think it was Caleb Porzio did, who's the creator of Livewire and Alpine.js and stuff. He said that he doesn't use controllers or anything like that. He hasn't used them in forever, and that he just uses components, and that it seems to be more robust if you use everything that way. So I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts are. You guys have the real world experience in terms of creating these projects, and maybe you've had some in production already, and just I'm really curious to know what you guys have, because you guys were really vocal when I did the to-do list with Livewire, and you've had a lot of interesting takes on it. So I am curious to see how you guys do it, and I would also like to know why you do it that way. And if you find it better, worse, how you feel about it, just drop it in the comments on that poll and let me know how you feel. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and click that like button, as it really does help out the channel. I'm going to push all the code up to GitHub and leave a link for that down in the description, as well as a link to the playlist so that you can catch up on all of the videos in this Laravel e-commerce series. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.